Hi, my name is Denise Cooper, and I am the founder and CEO for Remarkable Leadership Lessons. If you've been following the series, then you know that I've got 10 to 12 days in which I am just going to share my wisdom. There's nothing that you need to do other than to observe and to consider the lessons that I'm willing to put out there. So it's all free. I ask you that you follow me on my Facebook page, and every day for the next 12 days, you're going to get a short video from me. I promise it to be about 10 minutes. And what I want you to do is to just listen to it on your way to work, while you're brushing your teeth in the morning or cooking, or just when you have that moment of, you know what, I think I'm ready to think about something different. I want to grow. I want to be successful, and what can I do to be successful? That's the purpose of these. I'm sharing with you my remarkable leadership lessons that I've learned over 25 years of being in the business of helping people become the best self they can be. And I'm really excited tonight because as I thought about all the lessons, the one that I think I spend the most time with clients, whether I was an employee for a Fortune 100 company or as I've run my business for 10 years, is, this idea of self-awareness. And what is self-awareness? I think in the 21st century that this is the key to success. And I'm not saying that you're going to achieve some tremendous success of being the CEO or making a huge splash worldwide, but success is a very personal thing. And I think us not understanding, my clients not understanding, and even me, as I've gone through my journey, when I lost my way, it was when I did not understand who I was. What did I give to the world? What was the value? Paying attention to why people wanted to be with me. And I didn't understand it, particularly from the people who managed me and were in leadership positions over me. And I think to some extent it also impacted the fact that I didn't really pay attention with the people that I managed and led. I could see the great potential in them, but I wasn't always able to see the potential in me. And as a result, it was tough. But it's a growing lesson. I'm here to tell you, it's a growing part of who you are. Stay in the game, and you will become more self-aware. So I really want to start with, what does self-awareness mean? I mean, that's one of these words where we hear it, but we don't really understand what it means. So let's talk about it a little bit. There's three aspects to being self-aware. One is self-care. Do you have the ability and desire to pay attention to your own unique value, that which is only you? You are like a snowflake. Do you know what that is? Do you value it? Do you protect it? Do you understand how to utilize it, leverage it, so that you create value not only for yourself, but for the world? The other is what's your personality? So what are your quirks? How do you handle when you don't do your best and you don't do your best? What is your emotional state in which you're going to do that? As well as, do you value your inner self? Each of us is unique. Each of us is one individual, not created in no other person is like us. No other person is like us. And so how do you value that? And your imagination and your feelings, and that's all wrapped up in your self-care, your understanding and valuing who you are. So what are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? How do you leverage those things to create value, not just for other people, but for yourself? The other piece of it is role awareness. We wear many hats, whether we like to think of it or not. We do wear many, many hats. We can be parents, we can be siblings, we can be children of, we can be bosses, we can be team members, we can be colleagues, we can be lovers. do you understand what the boundaries are and how to create great relationships with that? And relationships in which you pay attention to your accomplishments. As you think back over the last, just say, 12 months, do you understand how you have maneuvered and accomplished things? Do you value what you've accomplished, or is that self-critical voice sitting right there on your shoulder talking to you about you weren't good enough, you didn't do enough, no one recognized it? What is that about? And the last piece is self-direction. And do you have the desire to live out your goals, to understand how your principles impact your decision making and your values? For me, a few years ago, when I was going through a bit of a crisis I'd left corporate America, my dad was he just didn't do well in the move, and my life had always been that of a nomad. So my children and my parents, they moved with me, but he didn't do very well. And I worked for a company and people who their values weren't aligned with mine. Mine are clear: faith, family, then work. I give back by taking care of my parents. Many of you feel the same way, but taking care of your children, taking care of your parents, or someone who's important in your life, an aunt, an uncle, cousin, somebody who, when you needed them, they were there, and now you want to give back. Not always corporations are very friendly about taking care of those people who are really meaningful in your life. And the question is, in your roles of taking care of them and taking care of yourself, how do you create balance? How do you make sure that you align your principles around being a good caretaker and the accomplishments that you make at work, and making sure that you're valued and understood and you get paid for what you're worth, and that you're just not another employee? How do you do that? And then the last piece is, do you understand what your passion is? And this is probably the one thing I get the most questions about is, I don't know what my passion is, or my passion is not something I'm currently working in, or it used to be my passion and now it's no longer my passion. What do I do with that? Well, passion, I want to tell you something that I've learned. People talk about, experts, whoever those experts are, they talk about passion like it's some clear cut, this is it, and the only way. For me, passion is fuel. Think of it as gas in your car. It's what keeps you going when things get tough. It's what drives you to find the answers and to manifest your dream. It's the unshakable faith that you have in yourself and what you believe is your destiny. And your destiny isn't about how you manifest it, but it's about the impact that you've chosen to make in the world. And sometimes that impact is small, in that, you know what? It's being kind to the cashier at the grocery store. Because your value and your passion is of being of service to other people. It could be a big splash of you want to be the head of an organization and you want to change the world. Or it could be something right now that, because you have a skill and things that you can do that no other people can do, is you want to raise your children to be whole and competent and capable individuals. You can be passionate about many things. Passion is not a entity in and of itself. It's the fuel that helps you realize and manifest your dream, your identity, what you think is important. The other question I get a lot about from my clients, and even when I worked in corporate America, is, where do I fit? I've got these skills. I'm excited about these things. How do I make sure that I'm relevant in the future? I want to tell you really quick that I've discovered that, from research and just working with people, you can be considered a knowledge worker. And a knowledge worker is somebody who's really, really interested in being a person who is an expert in a particular area. That's great. But having that information and using that information to make change and to change behavior in the world means nothing, because you don't get paid for that. There are some individuals who have lots of interests and have the ability to do lots of things very well. And they get confused because there's lots of conversation. The world tells us we should have one passion, one skill, that's it. And so they feel like they're left out, and they keep searching and searching and searching for the one thing, when the reality is that they have many things, and it manifests itself in many ways. The other is that, we live in a world which seems now, 21st century, self-promotion and standing up and beating your chest, and it's all about me, and you have to have a Google page and a Facebook page, and you need to have a camera that follows you all around all the time. Reality TV. Reality what? I need my boss. My boss needs to know exactly what I'm doing, and it's all about me. Well, there's some of us who really aren't about riding the horse, and that's my metaphor. Those people who really want to be known for making a difference ride the horse. But some of us really want to teach the rider how to ride well, to help them understand what the hurdles are, and how to jump the hurdles, how to get from point A to point Z, well, balanced, with ease, confidence, and have the impact that they're meant to have. Both are important. Neither can operate, neither can be successful without the other. And sometimes it's hard to say that I'm the person who really helps others ride well. I don't need the accolades. In fact, I'm uncomfortable with the spotlight on me. Those are the invisibles. And oftentimes, we don't interview well. I'm an invisible, if you haven't figured it out. We don't interview well because we don't thump our chest. We just do. And we do great work. And we create great value. And we hope that others will see that. I also want to tell you one other thing. And that is, we all are growing, developing, evolving beings. If you are not growing, if you're not embracing the risk-taking, the uncertainty, the uncomfortableness of getting to that next level, then you're stagnating. And stagnation means that you're inactive, you're dull, you are not sharp. And when that happens, when you feel like you're not sharp, you're not on your game, self-criticism beats you up, and it beats up your self-esteem. So if you're interested in really being an achiever, and I mean achiever, to feel like you matter, because you do, but oftentimes we don't feel like we matter, then you've got to understand this thing called self-esteem. What is it that is your gift to contribute to others that is meaningful and makes an impact? As I said, I started this series of lessons because I was inspired by the First Lady, Michelle Obama. Her call for us to live out loud drove me to say, I want to help you. Free of charge, no hooks, no gimmicks. I want you to start thinking about how you can live out loud, how you can help others live out loud, to fulfill the potential that is in all of us. Regardless of the role you play, the title you have, the money you have or don't have, how do you live out loud? So I'm going to leave you with this one question. As you go through the next 24 hours or how you're using these lessons. And I said in the original one, you can use them one a day, one a week, one a month. Think about it. Sit, observe the world. Understand what's important to you. But as you go through this time on reflecting about self-awareness, start thinking about what would others say about you. So I want you to start journaling. What are 3 words, 5 words that others would say about you when you're on your good day and when you're bad? When you're not at the top of your game, what would they say? This is a conversation I'm interested in hearing. Let me help you figure out how to make it work for you. So post something on the Facebook page. Post something on my LinkedIn page. And let's get the conversation started. I hope you'll share this with your friends and your family so that you're not only learning yourself, but you're also enabling and helping other people to learn and to realize their potential. Again, my name's Denise Cooper. I'm the CEO from Remarkable Leadership Lessons, and I'm here to help. Free. That's my gift to the world. Talk to you soon. See you at the next lesson. And I hope to talk to you or meet you very, very soon. Bye.